Okay, we talked about sifting. So you've got this little homemade sifter. Fits right up on here like this. I've got the dry end of this. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop it in here, get a good hand fill, drop it in, and I'm just gonna shake it back and forth. Now as I do this, just breaking it down, breaking it down, breaking it down to where there's some larger chunks that have not been broken down and quite a few small worms. And I'm just gonna pop that a few times, put that over here, come back into this side and do another batch. Okay, we're gonna sift it until it gets to the bigger chunks and worms. Put it back over here, come back over, put another handful in, and we'll sift that. All right, so we got some few worms in there. We've done a little corner of this, and what we have now is castings. So 3 sifts of that gives me all these pure castings here, right? So keep that there. Put that up, and I'll work my way just through this dry zone. Basically through all this dry zone. Larger parcels come through. And I've got a wood block that I have to boost this, and it's a little bit uneven. There we go. Okay, same thing. It's going through this really fine screen. Anything that's bigger that needs to break down still goes back into this pile. Come back through here. Here. We're starting to get a little bit more wet, so I'm about done with this. You can see I'm going to have a little bit more of this in here, as it's not really breaking through this mesh too well. Take off my old man glasses. Put that right there. Helps me see a little bit, but I can see close, just can't see far. Okay, and I'll drop that in there. All right, so what you saw was I don't know, was it 10 or so sifts, and now we've got all this. To give you an idea of how much we just sifted. I mean, that's just all pure worm castings in there. Now what I will do is I'll go through this. I want to make sure that no worms pass through, because I'm really not trying to have worms in this bin. There's a baby. Here's a really small baby. Only the babies will get through. Baby. And we're good. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and mix all this other stuff in. All right, just like that. And we're just adding to the worm castings within this bin. Eventually I'll dry this bin out and we'll sift it again, get the worms out of it, and go from there. So, little homemade worm sifter my daughter and I whipped up real quick like. Coming over to this bin, I'm just gonna even it out. All right, keep the food covered up a little bit, but I'm just gonna even this out. They'll still travel. Come back over here, grab. Now I will tomorrow, I'm gonna soak some cardboard tonight. I am gonna add to this bin here. I'm gonna start giving it some cardboard. We talked a few minutes ago about this big bin, about me wanting to sift it. This will be another one. I'm gonna go ahead and sift it now. This back corner. Get that balanced. And we're gonna go ahead and sift this one. This cardboard sifts really, really, really easy. So anytime I'm doing sifting in this one with a cardboard, it goes right through. Typically when it's dried out, neighbors drive by. Stuff that hasn't been broken down yet, we'll just go in the other side to continue to be processed. Put that in here. Again, I'm not trying to do a lot. I'm just trying to do a little bit here. I'm going to end up bulking this bin back up with some fresh cardboard tomorrow. I got to get through Halloween. Once I get through Halloween, I'll be able to build that super bin that will hold a lot. Once I get through that, then there'll be a big difference. So again, I mean, this is a really long way. I see people that, you know, have much bigger productions. They've got the big wheels and they can spin and sift and work their magic. But, you know, that was just two. That was just what, no, 3 siftings, and I'm just skimming the top right now. This is just all fresh castings. I'm gonna even that out. I don't see any worms in here. Come back over. I'll take a little bit more out of this. Keep it going. I'll tell you what, this is such a simple process. It really doesn't take that much time. What am I going to do? Sit in a house and watch TV or look at my phone or whatever? If I can sit out here and do a little bit of this and help the community out, hey, and that works for me. So again, another nice layer of castings, just a top coat up here. Yeah. Not bad, not bad. So now this bin is probably close to 20 pounds of just worm castings. I'll put this over here, and all I'm gonna do is level this bin out. Tomorrow I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna give this bin a big feeding of cardboard, as this thing's just, it's on the low side. As I started some of these other bins, I used a lot of this material because this was out of my first buckets to establish, you know, a new habitat within each one of these bins to try to help expand the growth of this. And, you know, I've been sitting with these 12 bins for a couple months now, and really that's kind of where I'm going to sit at for probably another month, and then eventually, you know, I'll do more, but I got to get a bigger bin in here first. So, you know, you've seen a little bit of the, you know, the unbroken down material, and then you come over here to the, you know, final results of what it is. It's going to fill up a lot of, this will fill up a lot of bags. There'll be a lot of bags of worm castings that will go out to the public, and hopefully be able to improve people's gardens and, you know, get more fruits and vegetables that they're trying to grow to sustain their families and their well-being. So again, you know, want to thank you. Would like you to subscribe and join. We got a lot of subscribers in the last, you know, couple weeks, and I'd like to keep that trend going. And, you know, the idea is to give back to the community and have a little bit more, you know, humanity-based, you know, society where we care about one another and where we do things. And, you know, I think people get so caught up in their day-to-day jobs that they lose track of that, and I'm guilty of that. But these are the opportunities when you can really grow as a human, grow as a society. And, you know, there's a lot of people struggling right now. So I challenge you and anyone who is watching this channel to, you know, help families out, help people in need. Thanks. Hope you subscribe and join.